Hey, what's up, guys? I've got an awesome round over at Scrapyard for y'all today. I recorded it. The audio was a little weird, so I just decided to do a voiceover instead, and then I fixed that issue for the next round. But we head over to Scrapyard, which is a local course in Charlotte. Many of you guys know. And yeah, we have a great round, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So hole one here, starting off with just a felon flick out the side. Pretty good shot right there. I wish I had hugged the left a little bit more, which would have kind of helped me funnel in a little bit closer to the basket, and would have been able to give myself a little bit better of a look because, hey, we all know I've been complaining about my putting lately, so I need to get that a little more dialed in, and also would love to put myself within like 15 feet every time, even though, let's be honest, we all miss those 15-foot putts too. So missing that one right there. Player B making it for me. But I did end up getting a 3 on this one at the Clash as well. You guys will hear me compare this to the Clash because that's my most recent time playing out there. And just kind of talking and processing how I could have played a little bit better. Hole 2 here, y'all, throwing the stag. I'm telling you, man, the stag is a freaking beast of a disc if you've never thrown it. Once you get it beat in just a little bit, it flips up, flies really, really nice. You can see right here, throwing it out, flipping it straight up, kind of comes to the right a little bit, and then you can see it go down through the trees right there, y'all. This is a 350-foot hole through the woods, and I freaking park it. Absolutely love that disc. You can do some fun hyzer flip sidearms with it as well. I'm going to get another one in a different plastic soon also, but I love that disc. So one under right there because of that too. Hole number 3 here coming in with the Judge. Hold it kind of tight there on the right and throw it a little bit too high. What you want to do is aim straight down the fairway at this tree over here on the right, you can see, and have it kind of funnel in. Putting myself around circle's edge again, maybe 25 feet, missing it right there. Player B once again coming into place, putting us still at 1 under. Missed an opportunity there for a birdie for sure. So I just got a Justice. I've seen some of you guys talk about that. Got that one from the Clash, threw it right there. Pretty good disc, a little overstable for my liking. I love understable discs, and I like just playing with them and figuring out their flight paths. I don't know why, it's just kind of my thing. I love like stable to understable discs. So throwing a Judge right here, one of the first discs the DD sent me, threw it way too low to the ground right there. It's just a basic blend Judge. I freaking love that thing. I just put it back in my bag because I remember how much I threw it when I first got it. And man, I was dialed in with that thing. One thing y'all will see me do here because I'm not playing with a marker is I kind of just touch my disc and scoot it forward as if I was moving it up to where that marker would be. So I do that whenever I'm playing casually. So y'all will see me do that. So ended up with a par right there. There was a family here that was playing. So right here, I just kind of went through, put the camera up, threw the stag here again on this hole. And this is honestly the same exact shot that I threw during the Clash where I get it up there, it fades a little bit, then hits this tree and drops right there for me, ready to go for the putt. Again, the stag, I've been leaning on it so much in the woods lately. It's a little more stable than a Maverick, about the same stable as like a new Maverick. But man, I love it. I love the stag. It's such a good disc. So right here, I actually got a 2 during the Clash on this hole, which is pretty difficult to do. You got to miss this tree right here in the middle. But obviously during this round, we tag it. I threw that disc a little bit too high, so it didn't fade as much as I wanted to. If I'd thrown it flatter, it would have faded instead of me throwing it up. So that's what I did wrong there. Ended up being over here, throw a roller through these woods. And actually give myself a solid look at the basket from there. About 35 feet from here or so. During the Clash, I was about 15 feet short of the basket off of my drive. So I got that birdie there. But here, able to save that par. Putting us at 1 under still, I believe is where we are. Or have I gotten a bogey yet? No, I might be 2 under here. Maybe 2 under? I think I'm at 2 under right here. So I'm at 2 under. Coming up here, tagging a tree on the left, shooting into the woods. During the Clash, I actually landed in the middle of that fairway. I hit a tree and dropped down, and I was able to just flick it out here into the open. And then I had a beautiful shot with the world. But right here, I had to throw another roller. I wanted it to go right, but obviously that isn't what forehand rollers really do necessarily out of that position. I just threw it incorrectly. So throwing a flex shot here. Actually, no, throwing another roller here. I'm trying to get up around the corner. The left side is pretty difficult on this course. It's pretty wooded. Feels like a jail when you're in there. But I grabbed my Sampo, which I have been loving for just turnover, sidearm flicks, really short approach shots like this, and some flex shots as well. And you can see we just sneak it through. I find a line right there, giving myself a really good look. So we're sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. And then 5 with the approach with the Ruby right there. Nice little Anheuser, super understable putter. Great for approaches. Getting a 6, putting us back down to 1 under. I've been really working on my flex shots lately with forehands. I'd love to do a video on that if you guys want me to. But it has been a crucial part of my game lately, especially when it comes to scrambling and working out of the woods and stuff. So here you can see it's a little overexposed out there because it was super bright over the water. Couldn't control that. But I throw a Maverick here. Flip it up just a little bit, change the exposure here so you guys can see it. Guys, I literally missed the water right there. If y'all know this hole, I missed the water there by 4 feet, and then it skipped right here, and it was a foot away from the edge. Like, I got super lucky there. I threw that disc way too low. Really easy putt. I don't know what the freak I was doing. Throwing it high, missed that. I did get a 4 on this during the clash, though, so that 3 is an improvement. But during the clash, I got a 5 on the previous hole. Just got a 6 here, so I guess I was even out if you want to look at it that way. But we are still 1 under right here. Coming into hole 9, throwing a Raider off of this tee. Just getting a big sweeping hyzer over the water, making sure that you clear it. And just giving it a good bit at the basket, honestly. This is like either an ace run or just a smash on this hole. At least for me, it's very, very hard to park it because you have about a 6-foot area to land the disc right here where the basket is. And so you can see right there, just approaching. That's a difficult putt from down there because if you really commit to it and you miss, you can end up in the water giving yourself 2 extra strokes there, which obviously nobody wants. So we ended up getting a par there. I actually got a bogey there as well during the clash, which wasn't good. I did not want that. Right here, throwing the stag. Again, y'all, I'm telling you, man, I love this thing. So throwing it out pretty good there. I actually parked this and got a 2 for my first time ever during the clash. And right there, I just kind of hugged the side a little bit too close. So in the woods, I told you guys I've been trying to work on flicking mid-ranges, and so that Justice is a pretty good flick compared to the Felon. So I flicked out a Felon, flicked out a Justice. This one right here is the Justice, and then this one right here is the Felon. So pretty similar. Been working on that just because of ground action that can be caused. Sometimes it's better to be able to flick a mid-range than a skinny driver. So right here, throwing the stag again. Pretty narrow for the stag, honestly. I don't think it was the right decision to throw that. I probably should have thrown a putter or maybe, I don't know, a core or something like that. It's just a little bit too fast for this hole, honestly. So right here, again, that basic blend judge, y'all, just a beautiful flight down to the basket. Absolutely love that thing. I'm so happy that I put it back in my bag. When they first gave me that disc, I wasn't really throwing putters. And yeah, so, all right, keeping it going here. This is where I kind of fell apart during the clash, honestly, right here on this hole. Super easy to, literally super easy to. Just a nice flex, there with the stag. Not a flex, I don't know why I just said that. Turnover with the stag. You can see I park it right there. That's generally the shot that I throw on this. I hit a tree off the tee, got a 4 on this one, and that was what started the demise of my round. So birdie right there, that's awesome. Got a 4 during the clash on that one. This one right here, this one's tough, man. I threw the core, and a lot of times when I throw the core, I throw it too hard. I don't know why. I feel like I probably should have thrown the judge on this hole. But I threw the core just because generally that's what I throw. And I throw it too high, release it incorrectly, hit a tree. And this hole for me, it's really difficult to get a birdie on this hole. So I might just start playing it for par, honestly. Just give myself a good look at an approach shot. Because right now I'm kind of cut off to the side to where a flick wouldn't be good and the backhand's kind of awkward. So I threw the Justice trying to get a good skip out of it. And I did get a good skip, but it still left me pretty short, as you guys can see. But this basket is hard to put a bid on, so I got a 4 on this one during the clash as well. Went for the basket, missed, and then made the comebacker. Right there, really good bid. I was super happy with that, honestly. I committed to it, just a little bit short. Right here, we throw the Maverick. I love it on this hole, more than the Stag, because I really beef up on the Stag. The Maverick, I don't have to force too hard. Flick it out there. Really, really good shot with the Maverick right there. During the clash on this one, I hit one of these trees and landed right up there 20 feet past the basket, which gave me a bogey. Honestly, it's not too bad getting a bogey from there. Right here, while I was putting, you could hear these crazy noises. I had no idea what the freak was going on. There's construction or something, but man, it sounded like some end of the world crap. I did not know what was going on. Edge of the circle putt here, y'all. Man, I got to make these. I got to start making these, man. Hitting that basket is one of the most frustrating things in disc golf to me. Even though the sound of the band is worse, I would rather hit a band. I'd rather hit the band than the basket, because that means I committed a little bit more. So still got a 3 there, still 1 under here. Felon coming in, getting out past these trees. So during the clash, I got a 4 on that last one, and I actually got a 4 on this one during the clash too. Hit a tree, had an approach, missed my putt, and then putted back. Right here, I throw that up, and then I just end up tapping that one in. Pretty frustrated with the 4 during the clash on that one, honestly, because that's a pretty easy par. Right here, throwing the world, and I cut it way too tight. I don't know why I threw it like that. So that was not too good. So I'm going to pick up the world and throw it again on a little flex forehand here. Nice and easy, giving it that smooth flight. It got cut off a little bit short, leaving me with this putt. I think that I got a 3 on that one during the clash. I'm not too sure. So putting that in for thankfully saving the par after tagging that tree. Generally, I can land there with my drive. So still 1 under there. Sidearming the world again, which is honestly becoming quickly one of my favorite sidearm discs for distance. This thing's a monster. I throw it a little bit too far there. And so I'm down in the trees at the bottom. But I'll tell you guys, I've been working on my flex forehands. If y'all want me to do a video on it, because I think that it's so crucial to be able to throw these types of shots when you're in the woods and you're trying to scramble. Flex it's unreal. For me, it like saves me so many strokes just being able to throw some of these shots out of here. So the first one was the Felon. This is the Whirl, which obviously is a little bit more overstable. Especially with its speed. So since it is a high-speed driver, if you throw it slower, it will exaggerate its numbers a little bit more. So that's why that ended up on the top. And then the Felon's pretty broken in, so that's why it ended up down here. So gave myself a look at birdie, which I'm happy with after going a little bit too far off of the tee there and not having the best approach. Good bid from about 35 feet away. Happy with both of those. Just needed to give them a little bit more. So still 1 under there. And which is 5 more than this point during the clash. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. Hole 18 here. This is the one that I aced with the diamond, which I have since lost. I don't know where the heck it went. I must have lost it practicing or something. Throwing the world here. The screen turned red. I don't know why. There's some error in that file, so I apologize for that. I hit a tree and dropped down. I also threw a Page Shoe Sheriff on a flex shot and parked it. First time throwing that disc on this hole, friggin' parked it. Really, really happy with that. So ended up getting a par here, which is going to be a 1 under round, which would have won it for me by 3 strokes, I believe. Here's the parked Page Shoe disc. Crazy. I've been really enjoying throwing that disc as well until it breaks in. It's gonna be a flex forehand for me all day. Big drives and then also like short shots. Really been enjoying that. But if you guys want me to do a video on sidearms and how I use them to scramble and even drive, I can do that. I throw my forehands different than most people because I only use 1 finger underneath it. I don't feel comfortable with 2. I've tried practicing with it, and honestly, the reward that I get from throwing that isn't significant enough for me to stop just using 1 finger. Way more accurate with 1, just how I learned. It's how I throw. And I'd love to show you guys some stuff on that. So if you want to see that, let me know if you guys are still here. Hope y'all enjoyed the round. Pretty happy with that 1 under, even though I had a couple of mistakes. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out, and I'll see y'all in the next video. See ya.